Once the diagnosis is made, and specifically using spirometry or your peak flow to monitor, that diagnosis is made. So it's important that the child is managed appropriately by a specialized team, the pediatricians, pediatric pulmonologists. So they'll be able to follow up the care, because this kind of patient, they have to be on some medications, and chiefly the medications we usually prescribe are those that will help to control the inflammation. As I said earlier, there's airway inflammation, which is the key part in the disease process.
Okay.
So that inflammation needs to be reduced or quelled down, because once that inflammation is up and they are exposed to allergens or things in the environment that can trigger a reaction, you see them continuously having symptoms. So the key role is to reduce the inflammation, and there are medications that can do that. Inhaled medication, inhaled corticosteroids. So they go locally to act in the airway to reduce the inflammation. So once the inflammation is reduced, the tendency of having symptoms, worsening symptoms, is less. So the over-reliance of other medication, we use the salbutamol inhaler. The global initiative for asthma is telling us to downplay that use, because studies have shown that when these children or even adults use this medication or over-rely on this medication, it worsens the condition. They keep on having worsening symptoms, exacerbations, and that is not good. So the key role now is to give medication containing inhaled corticosteroids and a long-acting beta blocker, which opens up the airway. So this is the recommended standard now to use this medication in the
for newborn babies.
Not newborn babies, because,
because
you can't make that diagnosis. As my senior colleague said, there are other things that can mimic asthma. Bronchiolitis, even bronchitis, different things can mimic asthma. So you cannot make that diagnosis at an early age. So from 5-6 years
that's when you can be assured that this exactly is asthma.
Asthma, you can do a spirometry test for them, and then you can follow up the treatment. You can even have an individualized plan for them. You understand? So that you teach the parents of these children how to recognize when they have worsening of symptoms in their children. Are they having cough? Are they having noisy breathing, wheezing? Do they feel breathless, or are there limitations in their exercise tolerance or the activities, or are they absent from school? Because asthma is one of the causes of absenteeism and presenteeism. So absenteeism, that means they can't go to school, they can't go to work, or even when they go, they can't do anything because of symptoms. They can't participate. Yes. So you follow up these patients, and you regularly check on their symptoms, and check if are they having frequent nighttime symptoms, or are they awakening because of the asthma symptoms? Are they using the short-acting inhalers frequently? Because when you assess and you see that they're using it frequently, there's tendency that they will have more exacerbation or worsening of their symptoms. Even the risk of death too has been attributed to frequent use. So if you're using like up to 12 canisters in a year, you say the risk of death is very high. And if you're using up to 3 canisters, you see the risk of worsening of symptoms or exacerbation is increased. So you monitor this patient, and there's peak flow meter, which can also be used to monitor their asthma, because when we talk about an action plan, it's just a written note that helps the patient monitor their symptoms and tell them what to do or what medications to take when they are having worsening symptoms, and when to present to the emergency, and even before presenting, what actions they can take while at home before they get to the hospital. Then, using the peak flow meter, it can also tell to predict if the symptoms will get worse. For example, if you have up to 80 to 100 of your personal best, you know that you're safe, you're in the green zone, because the action plan has like a traffic light approach in managing. So there's the green, the yellow, and the red. So the green, meaning that you are safe, you don't have any symptoms, your personal best of your peak flow meter is about 80 to 100%. Then if you're in the yellow zone, it's just telling you that it's warning you. So it's between 50 to 80% of your personal best of your peak flow meter, and you're having some symptoms. So in that yellow zone, you might need to increase the use of your medication. Your doctor will tell you, increase the use of your medication to prevent the symptoms from worsening. Then the red zone is when you're having less than 50% of your personal best, and you're having symptoms, you can't make a sentence in a breath, you're severely dyspneic, there's limitation of your activities. So in that regard, you will need to start taking your rescue medications to quickly help your breathing. And you will need to call in or go immediately to the emergency room for attention.
And when you exceed the red light, what happens?
That is emergency. So you will need to go to the hospital.
So maybe there will be a black light eventually.
We hope there is none, but that is just the warning.
All right.